Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farmville. That will allow us we got some money left over still, so we've got enough money to buy another tractor. I want a bigger tractor, and also, like I said, we want to get a plough. I think that's about it, really. That's just about everything that we want to get. But the bigger tractor is a must. I think we might sell the Zeta tractor, because we're not going to need 4, especially now that we've got this one. We definitely don't need 4 tractors on the farm, so I'm thinking that if we sell the Zeta, I like the little tractor. It is the little Japanese thing. It is a bit of a nuisance having to drive it from one place to the other, but like most of the work that we do with that one, we don't actually need to be driving it very far. Put that one in there. I'm going to put this trailer load in here now, and then the rest of the stuff that we get from the field, I'm not going to worry about it. I wonder if I can take 4 bales at once. Lift that one out like that. And then pop you in there. Like that. Pull that back in. And now we need to turn around the corner slowly. Keep it low to the ground. So you don't want to be toppling over sideways with one of these, trust me. I've never actually tipped one over, but I have had one rock around quite alarmingly before now. It's always something that makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck a little bit. There we go. Right, 4 bales all at once. So I got 2 left on here, and then we can go and get a little bit more hay. And after we've done this, right, it's 6 o'clock in the evening now. Like we've been doing a lot of different tasks and so on. So we'll gather up the hay, and then we will skip the night, and we will worry about sorting. Well, yeah, we'll have to worry about sorting out the grass field later on. The reason I wanted to sort out the grass field today originally was because we still want the grass to grow and actually be able to do something for us. We need to be close with the bales to actually drop down. There we go. Right, that one's done. This one can actually stay in the shed in here. This is where this one's going to live. So we'll bring you over here, and we'll drop you down there. Like that. And shut you off. Okay. It's slow going along the road, but shunting around a yard, this is actually really good. And for what we would want, this would be a really good machine to have. We just need to get a charge point for that one, because otherwise we're going to flatten the battery and we'll never be able to go anywhere ever again. Alrighty then, I am back with more recording. So I'm not entirely sure what I was doing at the end of the last one. I know that we were busy collecting in our bales, so we're going to go back and get the rest of these over here. I think, if I remember, it's going to be a full trailer load and then like 1 or 2 bales left over. Once we've done this, we've then got to... Well, I was going to say we need to put fertilizer on this field, but I want to make the field bigger, and I'm not quite sure if I want to go straight away and make the field bigger, or if I'm going to wait until kind of like later in the year, maybe after the harvest or something, and we can sort of do this while we have other tractors busy working in the field as well. So we can kind of 2 birds with 1 stone sort of thing. I'm not quite sure at the moment. Also, I think we do also want to do another round of hay. So I'm actually leaning towards doing it now soon. We get the plough out and we'll go on around the edges. And I have had a lot of you saying that you'd like me to at least try using a different plough, not the conventional moldboard plough that we've been using. Instead, you'd like to see me use something a little bit more modern, so a disc plough or something like that. So I'm going to have a look through the ploughs in the shop, and I will pick one out. I'm not going to sell the plough that we have. I'm going to keep that one, and we'll see about possibly having a second one to go alongside it. Now, it normally unloads this on the left-hand side, so if we go up this way, it should, in theory, dump the bales off the left-hand side, and then they should go into the shop. So if I go like that, boom, boom, and done. Excellent. Right, we now have some storage in here. We're going to have a look. We have 12 4,500 litre bales stored in there. I'm going to go back and get the last bale. I was thinking I might just grab our electric, what do you call it, thingy there, telehandler, but it's, because it's so slow, that's not really a viable option, is it? So we'll just do it like this. The telehandler is going to be really good, I think, around the yard and doing the stuff there, but I don't think he's going to be much good for anywhere else. I think it's going to be a little bit slow for having to travel anywhere. We are going to need to find a way to charge it, so we're going to need to put a charging station down at some point so that the battery doesn't just go flat and then stay permanently dead, which would not be very helpful. Let me just bring you in here. We'll stick this one bale in. So if I just pull up there and it straps off like that, and then we run in here and we get this one. I do love how responsive it is. Like, it really is. Now, I've driven an electric car. My parents have got an electric car, and I really like driving that one. It's incredibly responsive. It goes really fast. And See, the thing is, on a strictly environmental point of view, it's sort of... depending on where you get your information from, it's basically whether or not the electric car is better for the environment than a fossil fuels car. Now, actually running the thing, yes, it is better for the environment overall. But when you look at the global environment as a whole, and you take into account the life expectancy of the internal combustion engine, and the life expectancy of the battery-powered vehicle, and the manufacturing, and every other little aspect of it, some researchers suggested that the electric cars are actually worse for the environment, and some researchers suggested that it's around about the same. There's not much that says that they're better for the environment at the moment. However, my reason for, well, at the moment, my reason just for using an electric car is not an environmental one, it's a financial one, and also it's cool because, you know, it belongs to my parents, it doesn't belong to me, so I don't have to pay for it anyway. They got it because it's cheaper to run. It wasn't a big environmental thing that they were thinking about when they bought it. It was purely because it's an awful lot cheaper to run than a standard internal combustion engine. And it is a beautiful car. It really does go. And so I'm getting the same, I feel that same kind of responsiveness from the electric telehandler that we got there. It's really responsive, and it's got quite a lot of power. It really does. Now, my parents use that car for trips of up to an hour, and they use it most days. Most days it does drive out, but it's sort of just a short runaround car. And when they're not using it, they then plug it back in, it charges back up again. Running out of battery has never been an issue. If they are planning on a long trip, and this is, I've seen this argument everywhere all over the internet, you could never force me to buy an electric car because I like to go on long trips and the battery will go flat. Well, yes. Of course it's going to go flat if you're going on a long trip. It's not very good for that. No one has ever said that it's good for that. What people say, and the whole thing with them, is that for normal running around, they're absolutely perfect. They really are. I've never had an issue with it whatsoever. I drive it to my house, leave it here overnight, and then I drive back again in the morning, and it doesn't even get below half battery. It's absolutely fine, and my parents live 45 minutes away from me. It's not any kind of issue whatsoever. Anyway, I'm just going to pick out a plough a minute. I like the look of this one. It's 4 meters wide. It says it needs 260 horsepower to pull it. I don't know if it actually does, because some of the other ones that look a bit like this don't require that much. Now, it's got a 13 kilometer an hour working speed on this. It's a disc plough. That one also has a 13k speed. We've got some other disc ploughs here. These are all 12k, so I think the 13k is kind of realistic speed. I honestly thought that disc plows, you could go a bit faster with them, but 13K seems to be about standard for a lot of the plows. Let's go and see what the base game offerings run at. They're all 12K. So 12, 13 does seem to be about right. There's a small chisel plow there. Well, it's actually quite a big chisel plow. That's up to 5 meters across. And then we've got these John Deere ones. And I was wondering about getting a John Deere one, actually. I was kind of thinking that I might do that. But something that someone said in comments was that they really like the idea of me using all the smaller brands and trying to stay away from bigger brands for just about everything. That one there is a chisel plow rather than a disc one, and it recommends 510 horsepower. It does have 6 meters on it. That's rather a lot of power. It's a bit too much at the moment, and I have spent most of my money. I do want to get another tractor, but I'm not entirely sure I can afford it. That one there is only 10 miles an hour, 10 kilometers an hour rather, and then we kind of run out. So I'm going to go with, see, I was thinking about one of these here. I thought these would be quite cool. That one there, 6 meters, also very cool. But at the moment, I'm gonna try, because it was this one here was 2.6 meters. I thought, well, actually, yeah, that's within our power range. But I'm going to try this one. I'm going to see if we can actually use this one. And I will stick with the 13 kilometers an hour on there. And let me pick out a color. I have absolutely no idea what brand this one is actually based on. But what I've done with the colors is I've basically assumed that we've got a machine that we had used. And then we had to do a load of work on it, and we've painted it with red oxide. And that's why we've got this kind of, well, it's actually called, I think it's called brown clay. It's basically like red oxide, and you paint that all over. Well, we do in the UK, it's a paint that you basically put over anything that's in metalwork just to stop the rust on it. And so you get a lot of machinery that's painted with red oxide and then not painted with anything else. So this is quite a common thing that you'll see in the UK. So that's what I've done with this one. I've gone with that kind of approach. We're going with the red oxide approach on there. So let me just jump out of there and get our brand new plow. Although it's late in the day in May now, we're going to need to do this tomorrow for the ploughing thing. Why are you... Oh. Yeah, I want you to be up like that. There, that's better. Right. Because I don't think this has got a fold option. No, it doesn't. So we're going to have to go with the 4 meters wide. So anyway, the electric car that I've used, it's really, really awesome. But if you're going on a long trip, if my parents are planning a really long trip from, well... I'm aware that you people in the US and Canada, a long trip for you is like several days driving. For us, a long trip is anything more than an hour. A really long trip is like 3 or 4 hours drive away, and then you have to turn around and come back again. But if they're planning a long trip, or if they're going away for a day or two, they don't take the electric vehicle. They take another vehicle. They've got a couple, so that they do have options. Why would you stop when I'm back here? What's the advantage of that? Seriously. So yeah, they don't. That's not their only vehicle that they've got. My dad has a business, and if they are going away on a longer trip, then they'll take the work van or something like that rather than the car. And so then they're able to easily go wherever they need to go. But for any driving around the West Country, then yeah, they just use the electric car, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. They really are. They're great fun to drive. They're very responsive, and I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't choose that one over another car. Other than, well, you got personal preference, but like the actual vehicle itself is absolutely brilliant. It's a wonderful vehicle, and I can see no reason to hate on them, especially for if you're using them for shorter runs, for Well, even day to day, just running around, even if you've got to do a lot of driving around. I know people that use them and drive them all day, and they still don't run out of battery because they get, they'll drive around all morning. They go home for half an hour at lunchtime, put it on charge for half an hour, and then they're out again, and they're fine till the end of the day. We've got 11 litres of milk in here so far. So the other thing that we're going to need is a milk tanker. We're going to need that so that we can then carry the milk across the road and sell it over there, which we will do at the start of every day. That's going to be our new kind of thing at the start of each day, is selling that. We've got the grass will need fertilizer on it, but I'm not going to do that now because I'm going to... we're going to go ploughing in the morning. We're going to do that in the morning, so let's go to sleep now. The summer has started. You know what that means. That means that I need to find my dice. Right, let's see if we can get a little bit more good luck. We've not had much good luck with these random events yet. So this time I shook 7. 7! Storm damage. 25% chance of a building being damaged, can't be used for 6 months. 75% chance of a vehicle being destroyed immediately, sell to the dealership. Right, so we can't use a random building. So I'm going to shake my D20 and a shake. Actually, I'm pretty sure I got a D4 here somewhere. We'll use the D4. That's the triangle dice. Alright, I got a D4 I'm going to shake now. So, a shake of a 1 is a building that is damaged. I'm curious what we're going to do if the cattle shed is damaged. We can't use it for 6 months. I'm thinking... Alright, we got to actually plan this out. So, we got a mill. We can say that one can't be used for 6 months. The cattle shed, you would have to do repairs immediately. The storage barn over there, that can't be used for 6 months. The mill can't be used for 6 months. Our sell point here, that one could also count, and any of the sheds. Also, the bit there, our storage for that. The house, yeah, you'd repair that straight away. All right, so we'll try to sort of do this reasonably. But anyway, that's only if I shake a 1 on my D4. If it's a 2, 3, or 4, then it's a vehicle thing. And we... Oh, no! It's a 1. I didn't want a 1. This doesn't feel very fair. This doesn't feel very fair. Right, what do we got? We got 1, 2 over there with the mill, 3. I'm not going to count. Actually, the BGA, we do own the BGA. Right, it will include that one. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's that one that breaks down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9. You know what? Include the chickens, because we just can't start getting the chickens for them. So that'll be 9 and then 10 for this small storage building here. So we got 10. I need to find a D10. I think I got one. I have a D10. It goes from 0 up to 9. So whatever number shows up, we add 1 onto the number, and you've seen the way that I counted them around. This is a 6, so we need building number 7. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Well, I didn't include the storage. 7 is that building now. I'm not allowed to use that building for 6 months, which means it's now June. Until January. So we have to... I got to remove these. I got to take these machines out because the building was severely damaged during a storm, and we just can't use them. So, all right, that's fine. Let's do that in a minute. Got to take all of these out. We'll have to just put them elsewhere. Actually, I don't want to go and start doing the ploughing and leave the hired help because I've got other plans. Well, actually, have we got any crops that are ready to harvest yet? So look. Growth. We have got 1 crop that is already ready to harvest. And that is barley. Okay, we have barley ready to harvest. if we go here, let's have a look. So with the barley field is ready. I'm actually thinking I would prefer to wait another month and then we do all of our harvesting, kind of do it all together. I think that would actually work out a lot better. Now, where are we going to put all our machines? We want to try and keep everything under cover if we can. It's just that we've now got to move everything around, which is going to be a little bit more difficult to keep everything under cover. I was just dumping that one down like that because I'm not entirely sure if we can do it any other way. This would probably be easier with the Zeta because it doesn't have the double wheels on it. Well, we'll probably be alright. We'll shunt all of this stuff around. So I'm going to move it. I should be able to squeeze everything into this shed over here. At least I'm hoping that's the case because there is quite a bit of space here. I think we're going to do this alright. Drop that one down there. I'm going to go and get the cultivator. The big rake there, I think that one's going to have to go in that barn over there. And then the mowers, well, the trailed mower, we may have a spotter problem, a spotter difficulty with that one. Quite sure where we can put that one. Might have, if we can put that one over in the big barn, we can have these others in over here. So I can stick the cultivator in there like that. That one, I think, I have to just dump like that. And then I can put the baler in there. Although we're probably, well, actually, what I was going to do was this baler I'm going to use to do the straw. And we will sell the straw as soon as we've produced it. And I think the only sell point that we've got for straw, because I wasn't going to start with, I wasn't going to do the cattle we're putting straw in for them. Sell everything container. Right. I will do that, but I was thinking the first year we wouldn't put straw in for the cows. We'll just have them with a no bedding system, and then we'll do a bedding system with them later on. We'll sort of figure something out. And that way we make a little bit of money out of the straw that we've got. There's not massive amounts of it, but there is some. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I do remember some comments from people saying about using the straw and how we should. Now, I'm going to want to get that fertilizer spreader. So let me go over here and start this one up. I'll move this one further back. Like that. Although I'm thinking that we could actually use this one for doing the grass, because that's what I want to do this month. So if I just bring that one out and shut that one off there for a minute, this one can go over on that side rather than the side I'm reversing into at the moment. And then I've got the mower, the trailed mower. We've got to stick that one in here somewhere. I'm not sure where we're going to put that one. And then I've got 239,000 left. So we need to we need to start making some money. Any flour that we can put over into the mill, we will put over into the mill. Any flour, any grain, we'll put over into the mill so that we can then make something with it. Other than that, I'm not quite sure where we're going to get up. Well, it's from the crops. The milk, we've invested quite a bit of money into doing the milk, so that will, I hope, bring us a good return. I know I'm putting the mower in here. I do actually want to go and get that fertilizer spinner out of there. I already said that, and then I forgot about it because I moved that tractor out. So let me go and get this tractor and put the fertilizer spinner on it. The needs to be unhitched. Hay turner can stay there. The mower can go in front of it. And then I'll go and get the little fertilizer spinner. This one can go out. Let's struggle for this tractor. Right, we have cleared everything out of the shed, and we're not allowed to use that shed because we had the damage, and you know we haven't got a lot of money left now. That shed cannot be used for 6 months. So January is when we can use it again. Actually, December, isn't it? I don't know. June is the 6th month. Beginning of the 6th month. So if it's the beginning of the 6th month, then in theory we should be able to be alright again at the beginning of the 12th month. January. It would be January, I'm sure. I'm confusing myself now by trying to count forwards and backwards and sideways all at the same time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We won't be using it until January. We'll put you in there so that you are ready to go in a little bit. And then we'll go over this way. This mower can go back in here. I'm not going to be using that one again for a little while. The tractor with the seed drill on it can stay right where it is. You go back into there. Unhitch. Alrighty then. So that was the disaster that was the next random event, and I'm hoping that one day we will have a random event that will actually be beneficial and profitable to us. It would be nice. Like, we really haven't had much luck with those random events. I don't like this little feature with this plough. When you go and pick it up, it sits itself down like that, but then when you pick it up, it stays at that position. So you then have to double tap the button to lift it up into the air. I want to fill up with a bit of fuel here, and then we're heading out to the grass field. Ooh, ooh, ooh! I nearly forgot. I said the first thing that we're supposed to do every day is sell milk. We got 475 litres. Some farmers keep the milk for 2 or even 3 days before they sell it, and 475 litres isn't really worth bothering with at the moment, so we will wait until next month before we actually do that. And yes, I realise that waiting a whole month is a little bit different to waiting a single day, but we'll be fine. Right. Y for allow create fields. Why? Because I want to. I'm going to bring this one over here. Now, I did do a bit of leveling. I'm just going to do a bit more a minute. I go and do this because if you were ploughing at the edges of a field, like enlarging a field or something like that in real life. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.